different situations. You love to work out, and I love the stage. You had just moved out of a love house, and I was a single guy floating around. But this new place was full of space for us to add our presence in. We installed glass mosaic windows, so whenever the light shined in, our love had color and transparency. I graffitied the walls with my poetry and bought a boombox for us to slow dance across the hallways. He took the kitchen, getting the entire place smelling like homemade food, and of course, I would wash the dishes. We had moments of us spread out in every single room, each encapsulated by a camera. We didn't need electricity nor heat. Our bodies simply had enough spark and chemistry to keep the whole place running inside. And besides, there's nothing better than post-sex cuddling to stay warm. What was a house became a home, and a home became our sanctuary. Chapter 2, getting comfortable. Time waits for no one, and certainly no relationship. A few years later, the sanctuary we lived in changed. Like tenants who forget to pay rent, we forgot to pay attention to the love. Dust started to cover the glass windows, emulating the shade of gray that was all too neutral, but how could we tell? We thought it was just a cloudy outside light and blamed it on the bad weather. We stopped slow dancing. The walls cracked and I didn't ink a new layer of poetic verses on it. I got too busy to wash the dishes, and you start to question if our different lifestyles and interests are compatible enough for us to be together. Working out and open mics did not go hand in hand, so working this love out was taking its toll. You had to constantly remind me to put the conditions of our love as a priority, but things would always end up the same, like, baby, I'm sorry, and baby, this won't happen again, and baby, I'm sorry. Like I said it over and over again, the cycle repeats itself. Talks turn to fights, and fights turn to cold neglect, and I still don't know when exactly the heat in our house turned off. Neither one of us knew. You cried for hours when I decided to end it, and I don't blame you. I chose work and meetings over comforting you, and I simply cannot see the way you see the things that you saw them, just like how you didn't see my visions as yours. Must have been the dusty windows that we forgot to clean. And there was too much dust and too many broken promises for us to stay in this love. Chapter 3. Moving on. Some couples abandon their love. Some choose to burn theirs down to the ground and pretend that it never happened. Some stay as a single tenant who dwells on how lively the house used to be, even though their significant other left long ago. But we decided to put our house up for closure, to get closure. Before we left our love behind, we went through the entire house from top to bottom, reflecting upon everything we did together. The cracked poetries on the wall and the dishes stayed. We compartmentalized the pictures and what was left of this rundown place we once called home. And with that, I etched this final poem on the dusty glass mosaic windows. So when the light shines through, the outlines of these words can glow colors and paint the walls as the sun moves through the day. I don't think either one of us plans on going back, but I know that if I walk past it, I'll always remember this place as a good house, a fun house, a love house. Thank you. Oh, I also forgot to mention my favorite book. So recently, I think my favorite book has to be The Alchemist. It's a great book. If you haven't read it, try to read it. And I know somebody also mentioned Tuesdays with Maury. I actually have the book with me right now. It's a good book so far. All right, I got you too, bro. All right, so my last poem that I'm about to share with you guys. I've never performed this in front of like an audience here, so this will be interesting. It's called Opium. Where is the opium? Lately I've been pondering this question, hollering for answers when it's been there in the depths of our hollow existence. As I go searching, I see the shadows of racism lurking around us as we walk the streets. We've been sprayed with colonialism generations ago, but the scent lingers. You can smell it in the gentrifications of our homes. So when I ask where's the opium, I search no further. I look in our lungs and it's tarred and feathered, scarred as ever. It's no wonder why we hear these wise guys crack Asian jokes while we have the audacity to not make a sound. Like there's something stuck in our windpipes and we can't be loud and proud. We feel like victims but watched like bystanders. And we ignore because we think it's ignorant. Pretend like we don't listen. We think it's none of our business and how we're just a bunch of humble, hard-working Asian Americans. But don't you get it? We can't live in this free American dream if we lock ourselves in cages with tiger bomb parenting and textbook pages. Put in all night everything just to be MDCing patients when we're the ones who need the treatment. Have you not seen our lungs lately? I ask where's the opium and we're losing our visions. The eyes that we once thought were beautiful now squint in disgust. Like what's up with the pigment of our skin or the way that we look? I remember passing by a little Chinese boy who told his mom that he hated the language of his family. Like what's the point for connecting with my ancestry? We all speak English here. And the worst part was that I didn't say shit. Just tar and feathers stuck in my windpipe. The residue of the opium. But I'm hoping that one day we'll be able to turn the tar in our lungs into the glue that binds these feathers together and fly out of this cage that we placed ourselves in, to where we could appreciate jade and porcelain instead of feeling jaded that our beige and yellow skin is anything less than the Americans' quote-unquote desired complexion. So let's knock down this great wall and build a new Silk Road where we trade in the old for new clothes that comforts our own skin and soul. And bring in that type of tiger bomb that soothes the bite of the tiger moms, and where I no longer have to ask the question, where is the opium? Thank you.
So since we raised $200, I'm gonna give Raphael a makeover, blindfolded. I'm gonna wait, who's blindfolded? Me.
That's gonna be blindfolded.
It's me. Okay, and I'm gonna give Raph a makeover. I'm trying to give him a nice date night look for all of you too.
Make them nice and pretty.
I'm gonna give her 3 minutes to do this. Yeah. I'm trying to make 3 minutes. Okay. Oh my gosh. I literally. Where is it? Where is it? Okay.
Good start. Good start.
Okay. Oh, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know what thing there is.
Can you open this for me? Okay. What is this? Is this? Oh, is this mascara? Okay. Is this mascara? Wait, this is kind of dangerous.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
No.
What is this? What is this?
What is that? Lifting.
Lipstick. Lipstick? Was it the right way? Or does it have to be the other way? Oh, I'm so unprepared.
Don't start the time yet, you know?
Oh my god. Oh!
What is it?
Do something. Oh, I found something. Okay. I'm gonna start.
Oh, wow. Okay,
What?
that's not part of the challenge, right?
I'm gonna do it for you. Higher?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this. Okay. So you apply around the lips. It's gonna. Okay. It's a sultry red color. Very enticing. Okay.
That Valentine's Day look.
Okay. And now I have bronzer. Oh gosh. What higher bronzer do? I'm gonna contour his face.
Very nice.
So add some dimension. Where's your nose? Okay, you have to do forehead too.
Wow.
Wait, can you give me a brush? Okay, I have eyeshadow now.
Hey.
Is this your eye? I feel so panicked right now. Also, this is super gross because my hands are like cold and clammy. What's left? What else? Oh, 1 minute left. I have highlighter. Okay.
Hey. Let's go.
Where?
Fabulous, Raphael. Fabulous.
I think we did everything, right? 30 seconds. Hand me something. What do you want me to do? What?
I don't know.
The small square.
This? Oh wait, this is purple, right?
Purple them up.
10 seconds! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. I tried. Better than expected. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Also, we're really close to 300, but we're not there yet. And if we don't make it to 300, then we're not gonna do the next